Hi again and welcome back. We're going to do some yoga, so grab your stuff. I'll give you a couple seconds to get those things and I'll see you right back here. Welcome back again. We're going to start today on hands and knees in Anahatasana, puppy dog pose. Starting with your hips lined up over the knees. Slide the arms out until your elbows meet the mat. Let your forehead rest down. You can tuck or untuck the toes here. Let yourself soften into the stretch. Try to release a little bit through the shoulders. And just let the breath move nice and easy. This is a great pose to do in summertime, particularly because it stimulates the heart chakra as well as the solar plexus, Manipura chakra. And it also, because we're not laying on our belly, when we stimulate these chakras, especially the solar plexus, we're getting the energy moving, but we're also letting the heat move up and out. Because this time of year, we don't want to let the heat smolder. We don't want to overheat the body. Please remember to modify your practice today as it makes sense. And we'll hold it here for about 3 more deep breaths. And as you come out, slide the hands in. Lift your head off the mat so you're on hands and knees. Let's bring the legs around front, coming into a seated forward fold. So extending your legs out. And if you like, you can always roll up a blanket behind the knees or something if that helps the hamstrings feel a little bit better here. Take your hands onto the legs. Then walk your fingertips out, reaching for your feet. And if it's easy to grab the feet, grab them. Otherwise, just keep the hands on the shins, that's fine. If the knees need to soften, let them. As you lengthen forward, relax the shoulders again and just let the head sink down. We'll hold it here for another 2 or 3 deep breaths. And as you come out, slide the hands back in, returning upright, head up. Relax the shoulders, put a bend in the right knee and step the right foot over. Come into a brief seated spinal twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana, twisting to your right side. Hold for another deep breath. Return to center, take a little counter stretch, go left. We'll come back to center, release the right leg out and go the other way, bending up at the left knee, step the left foot over, twist to your left side. One more breath. We'll bring it back to center, take another little counter stretch, go right. Returning to the middle as you unwrap the left leg, we'll come forward onto hands and knees and take it to downward facing dog. Feel free, of course, if you want to walk out the feet in your down dog, stretching out the legs. Stay with the breath. And taking a big inhale, lift the heels up. As you exhale, sink the heels down. Come onto your hands and knees. And sink the hips forward, lower onto your belly. Slide the hands forward, come into a little Sphinx pose. Hug the elbows in just a little so they line up under your shoulders. Relax the fingertips, chest up, let your collarbones broaden out to the sides. Feel free to hold it right here, just look past the nose. Option to keep it here, just gazing straight ahead, or if you'd like to add the quad stretch, the option is to bend the right knee, reach your right hand back, and draw the heel to the hip. Hold for another deep breath. And letting go, we'll switch the sides. If you did the first, try the second. Bend the left knee, reach the left hand back, and draw the heel toward the hip. Letting it go, we'll meet in center. Let's release from our Sphinx pose, coming into a brief child's pose. Slide the hands back, press again onto hands and knees, and go right back to child's pose, separating the knees, toes together. Feel free to reach the arms forward or back. If your arms are forward, maybe think about turning the palms face up for a nice open gesture of receiving. Also, just another way to send the signal for a little bit more cooling in the body as we open up. Hold for another deep breath. And turn the palms face down again if they're not already. Let's return to hands and knees, taking it back to downward facing dog. This time bringing it forward again to plank. You can chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale, upward facing, and return to downward facing dog, press back. Let's hold it here for another deep breath or two. Start looking forward through the hands and either walking or floating the feet to the front of the mat. Fold over the legs when you get there, relax the head down. Inhale, sweep the arms around, rise up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, stretch up and over left. Return to center, grab the left wrist with the right and stretch up and over to the right. Come back to center as you dive, interlace fingers behind the back, stretch the arms overhead, drop the head down, and hold for another full breath. Remember to soften the knees, if not bend them. And relax hands and fingertips to the mat, lift the chest. Step your left leg back in low lunge. Let's come into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana. Spin the back heel, 45-degree angle, press through, lift up. Nice deep bend in the right knee. Look up if you can and give it another deep breath. Looking straight ahead, humble warrior, arms back, interlace fingers, open the heart, find length as you reach forward, round down, let the arms reach to the sky. Give it another full breath. Lower your hands to the mat, opposite sides of the right foot, Parsvottanasana. Slowly straighten the right leg. Use blocks if you like under the hands. Finding some height if that helps. And if you're not working with blocks, if the front knee needs to bend, just let it bend a little. That's absolutely fine. Let's hold for another deep breath. Bending up at the right knee. Let's place the right hand inside the right foot, travel to the left, come into your wide-legged fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Parallel the feet, hang over the legs, relax the head down, hands down, and just hold for a breath. And pressing down, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, bring hands to your waist, and with a flat back, slowly press up to stand. And when you come all the way up, relax the shoulders, come into Warrior Two, turn the right toes forward, nice bend in the right knee, reach out, hold for another deep breath. Reverse Warrior, sweep the right arm over. Low lunge, windmill hands to the mat, turn on the back toes, and when you turn on the back toes, lower the back knee. Ardha Hanuman half split, straighten the front leg, give it a breath. Rebending up at the front knee, let's downward facing dog press back. You can hold it here, or if you want to flow through, take it nice and easy into your plank. Chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. Hold for one more full breath. And soften the knees, look forward. Walk or float your feet to the front. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, round down. Inhale, sweep the arms around, rise up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, stretch up and over left. Return to center, grab the left wrist, stretch up and over to the right. Center it out as you dive, arms behind you, interlace fingers, opposite pinky finger on top, stretch the arms over, head down, soften the knees or bend them if you like. One more breath. Hands, fingertips to the mat, lift the chest. Now step your right leg back, low lunge. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana, spin the back heel down and press through, lift up, reach high, look up if you can. One more breath. Look straight ahead, humble warrior, arms back, interlace fingers, opposite pinky finger on top, come forward, round it down, head down, arms toward the sky. One more breath. Hands to the mat, opposite sides of the left foot, straightening out the left leg, Parsvottanasana, pyramid. Blocks if you'd like to use them, or if the left knee still needs to bend, just let it. Relax the toes, find some steadiness and ease. One more deep breath. We'll bend the left knee, low lunge, bring your left hand inside the left foot. Let's travel to the right. Prasarita Padottanasana, parallel the feet, hang over the legs, hands down, head down, sit bones up. Give it another deep breath. We'll meet in center, hands on the mat, chest up, lengthen. Bring hands again to the waist, and with a flat back, press up slow to stand. When you come all the way up, let's Warrior Two to the front. Turn the left toes forward, bend deep through the left knee, reach the arms out. One more breath. Reverse Warrior, left arm over. Low lunge, windmill hands down to the mat. Turn on the back toes, lower the back knee. Half split, straighten the left leg, one breath. Bending up at the left knee, downward facing dog, press back. You can hold it here or flow through. One more deep breath. Looking forward through the hands, step or jump the feet lightly to the front. Chest up on the inhale. Exhale, round down. Inhale, sweep the arms around, rise up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, stretch up and over left. Come back to center, grab the left wrist, stretch over to the right. Come back to center, dive, interlace fingers behind the back, opposite pinky finger on top, stretch the arms overhead down. Lower hands and fingertips to the mat, lift the chest. Send the left leg back, low lunge. We'll set up warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Turn the back heel down, lift up, reach up, look up if you can. Looking straight ahead, humble warrior, arms back again, interlace fingers, change the grip, come forward, rounding down, arms toward the sky, head down for a breath. Lower down your hands to the mat, opposite sides of the right foot, Parsvottanasana. Straighten the right leg and round. Setting up revolve triangle, Parivrita, Trikonasana. Keep the legs strong, lift the chest. Take your left hand closer inside the right foot. Option to use a block if you like under the left hand. Keep the head up. Open your right arm to the right side, reach high, look right, maybe look up and give it another deep breath as the right hip shifts back a tiny bit. Look down, lower the right hand and bend up at your right knee. Both hands inside the right foot, travel to the left, wide-legged fold, Prasarita. This time, in your wide-legged fold, take your hands over to the left foot, lower left leg. Hold on and lengthen, head down. Stretch, one more breath. We'll take the hands back through center. Now walk your hands to the lower right leg. Hold, lengthen, head down for a breath. Hands in center, lift the chest, lengthen. Hands to your waist, flat back, press up, slow to stand. Keep the breath moving nice and easy. Warrior two to the front, turn the right toes, bend the right knee, reach out, one breath. Reverse the warrior, right arm over. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, reach out, use a block if you like under the right hand, float the left leg up, left arm high. Set yourself up, create space and hold for one more breath. Transition briefly through standing split as you lower the left hand, forehead to the front, shin just for a beat. Step it to low lunge, left foot back, lower the back knee, Ardha Hanuman, half split, one breath. And bending up at the right knee, down dog, step back. You can hold it here or flow through. One more breath. Soft knees look forward. Walk or hop the feet. Chest up, inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, sweep the arms around, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, stretch up and over left. Center it out, grab the left wrist, stretch up and over right. Come back to the middle, dive over the legs, arms back, interlace fingers opposite, pinky finger on top, arms over, head down. Lower your hands and fingertips to the mat, lift the chest. Step the right leg back, low lunge. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana, spin the back heel through, lift up, reach up, look up if you can, one more breath. Look straight ahead, humble warrior, arms back, change the grip, interlace fingers, come forward, Round down, arms high, head down, one breath. Hands to the mat, opposite sides of your left foot, lift the chest. Parsvottanasana will straighten the left leg. Blocks if you want to use them, or if the left knee needs to bend, let it. Finding some softness in the legs as you find strength. We'll revolve triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Keep the legs strong, chest up. Right hand closer inside the left foot. Option if you want to grab a block here for some more height. Open your left arm to the left side, reach high, draw the left hip back. Look left, look up, one more breath. Lower the left hand, bend the left knee, and bring both hands inside the left foot. Travel to the right for your wide-legged fold, Prasarita. Hands down, head down. We're going to do the same thing that we did the last time. So lift the chest, take your hands to the lower right leg, lengthen your torso over the right leg, head down for a breath. And we'll walk the hands through center. Now go hold onto your lower left leg. One more breath, head down. We'll meet in center, hands on the mat, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, hands to your waist, flat back, press up slow to stand. Coming into your warrior two, face front, turn the left toes forward, bend deep through the left knee, arms out. Reverse the warrior, left arm over. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, reach the left arm out, block if you want to use it. Float the right leg up, the right arm high. Lift up and away, create some space, hold space, and breathe one more time. Transition briefly through your standing split, lower the right hand, forehead to the shin, low lunge, step back, touch down and lower the back knee. Ardha Hanuman, half split as we straighten the left leg, one breath. And rebend the left knee, low lunge, downward facing dog, press back. You can hold or flow through. One more breath. And this time from your downward facing dog, we'll start to lower the energy a little bit. Come into pigeon, slide your right knee through, left leg back, sit tall. Modify as you need, reverse figure four on your back. Use props if you like, supporting the hips so you're not sliding left or right. And if you're good to go, walk the hands out, lower the head down. Let's give it about 5 deep breaths right here in pigeon. One more deep breath. And coming out nice and easy, head up, slide the hands in. We'll roll to the outer right hip, bring your left leg around, coming into Sukhasana, easy seat, just cross-legged seat. Bring the left ankle in front of the right. Sit tall. Start with the hands back, lean in, option to work it a little deeper as long as your sit bones stay on the mat. Walk your hands out, head down. Forward folds are also great for summer weather because they are cooling, because we're turning toward the darkness, which is cooling. Hold for another deep breath. And coming out, walk your hands in, just returning upright again. Let's uncross the legs, the ankles come back to hands and knees. We'll go the other way. Pigeon, left knee through, right leg back, sit tall. Modify as you see fit. Props as you see fit, and if you're otherwise good to go, hips are level, slide the arms out, head down. We'll give it another 5 or so deep breaths. One more. And coming out again, we'll return upright, walk your hands in, head up. Roll to your outer left hip, bring your right leg around, Sukhasana, easy seat, your cross-legged seat, right ankle in front of the left. Sit tall, start with the hands back, lean in. Or if you prefer, walk the hands out if there's room. Keep your sit bones on the mat. Lengthen, round, and hold for another deep breath or so. And coming out again, walk your hands in, head up. We'll unwrap the legs. Bend up at your knees, roll down onto your backs and hug the knees in first. Give yourself a nice little release here. Just briefly, if you want to rock a little or happy baby, you can. We'll do some bridge pose today, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, because that's also a nice cooling back bend, opening the heart and solar plexus chakras, and letting the heat move at the same time. Okay, slide your heels under the knees, separate feet, knees, hip width distance, arms alongside the body. What's also wonderful, if you can do so, use a prop, a block, a bolster, pillow, rolled up blanket. If you'd like to take a supported bridge pose, this way the body is working a little bit less, right? So you're not working as hard to get the back bend, and you get the benefits with, again, modulating the heat. So if you're not using props, you're certainly more than welcome to lift the hips, either hold on to the edges of the mat. You can interlace fingers behind the back. If you're using a prop like I am, I'm actually going to turn my block onto the middle height to make it a little bit higher, right? Letting the back bend happen on its own. My arms drop out a little bit toward the sides. I'm keeping the knees dialed in though, so my toes still point forward, the knees point forward. If you're doing the active variation of your bridge, give yourself a little breather, lower the hips down. You can do a second set if you want to lift the hips up again, or if you're working a little bit deeper, you can Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose. Take your hands to opposite sides of your head, fingertips pointing toward the shoulders if you like the deeper back bend. And if you're using a prop like I am, just feel free to stay. Nice deep breaths in your back bend. Let's hold 2 more breaths. And slowly lowering down. If you're using a prop, remove it, slide it out from under you, hug the knees in, rock a little if you like, happy baby. We'll do a nice reclining twist, hug the right knee in toward the chest, stretch the left leg out, take a twist, go to your left side. Drop the right arm out behind you, turn your head to the right if you can, and hold for another deep breath. Return to center. We'll switch, release the right leg, bring the left knee in. Twist to your right. Drop your left arm out behind you. Turn your head if you can and give it another deep breath. Return to center. Hug your knees in toward the chest. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bring the forehead to the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs out as you settle into Shavasana. Separate the feet a little bit, drop your arms out, turn the palms up. Let yourself have some space, maybe even roll up a blanket or something behind the knees, or a pillow behind the knees to help release the low back a little more. Closing your eyes. Let go of the breath. No more moving, no more practice, just release and hold space for your Shavasana the way you would hold space for every other asana in your practice. Just letting go. Feel free to remain for longer if you have time to do so. Otherwise, I will leave you here today. Thank you again for joining me on the mat. Until we meet again for our next practice, namaste.